Alison Thompson still remembers the morning of September 11th, 2001.
September 11th morning, I woke up early and I went to the TV, and it was a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and it said there was a small plane that hit the World Trade Center, and automatically I knew something was wrong.
Thompson roller skated to the scene.
I went over to it and I saw this beautiful, elegant hand, and it was an engagement ring on the finger. And I was just so stunned by this hand, and I thought there was someone behind it, so I went and just started removing some of the rubble from the hand, and then I pulled at it and it was just an arm, and I actually threw it on the ground and I just screamed. Iron worker in the back of a truck with a bullhorn, and he said, anyone with any military background, go over there, and anyone with any medical over there. So I joined the medical group. So from there on, we just lived in the streets.
She recalls how seeing people unite in the darkest hour changed something inside her, and she just knew volunteering was what she needed to do. In 2001, she founded Third Wave Volunteers, a network of first responders who support and coordinate aid during humanitarian crises, natural disasters, and other situations where people need training or resources.
In the future after that, I'd call them and I'd say, hey, there's a great tsunami that's killed 300,000 people in 13 countries. Do you want to come for a week? We can do something, you know? So they would join us, and then it would just grew and grew from there, and people joined us. So it started to grow this great army around the world, an army of love.
Along with other volunteers like her, Thompson helped people out in the Philippines, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and India. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Thompson couldn't remain indifferent.
We're in Ukraine right now, so whenever we get to those front lines, recaptured villages, we just say, hey, we love you, and we start hugging them. And sometimes they hug and they try to pull out. I don't let them. I hug them and I hold them closer. And in those moments, you feel them collapse in your arms, and then that's the first time they could show emotion, and they just start crying.
In Ukraine, Thompson and other volunteers, among their other duties, train soldiers, showing them what to do if they're wounded and how to find their way in the woods. She says they train about 100 men every 4 days.
Even though it's 10 Russians to 1 Ukrainian on the front lines, we feel the love of the whole world. We've never felt that before until September 11th. September 11th, we had the whole world coming together for humanity, and I feel it in Ukraine.
Thompson says fear goes away quickly, and what is left is love for the people suffering and prayers that the war ends soon. For Anna Nelson in New York, Anna Rice, VOA News.